We now want to cross over to Safari Park, where our reporter Patrick Amimo joins us just on an update. Currently, we have 18 member states of the Commonwealth attending the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association Conference, which was launched yesterday by President Uhuru Kenyatta. Of course, we're seeing more than 400 participants in there. And today, they're discussing how to handle terrorism in the region. Amimo, what's the latest on this?
Thank you, Ian. This particular Commonwealth Parliamentary Association meeting is discussing the terror menace in Africa. Given that, like a country, the Horn of Africa is facing terror threats. Kenya, we've been victims in September 2013 through the Westgate attack. Recently, early April this year, we had Garissa University College being attacked by suspected Al-Shabaab militants. In West Africa, we have countries like Nigeria, Cameroon, Chad, who are battling Boko Haram. In Central Africa, we also have cases of terrorism or terrorists taking up ground in that particular area. So it is an issue that parliamentarians from the Africa region, at least 18 states are represented here. They are discussing this menace. And from the discussions so far, we've had some, like the senator for Senator Abdurrahman Hassan, who was one of the key speakers at this particular meeting, has said that it's very, very critical to win the minds of the population if we have to be successful in the fight against terror. He introduced a very controversial subject where he says that military intervention, to him, he thinks is not a very, very useful strategy of tackling terrorists. But it's a view that some of his members are not really at home with, because they say that globally other states have used military to intervene when it comes to terrorism. And they wanted him to clarify how he says that he feels that we should not use the military to tackle terrorism in the continent. It is something that it tries to clarify and say that it's very, very important maybe to work with populations, local populations, in trying to tackle the menace. There is a speaker from Nigeria who's also come out and said that the issue of poverty and corruption is also another contributing factor to terrorism in the continent. So it's something that the legislators are looking at, and they're suggesting that one way out of this menace is to come up with legislations, counter-terrorism legislations, to ensure that the things we have a terror-free continent. And one of the suggestions is that one member has suggested that we should come up with special courts that will be handling terror-related issues. The other issue that they've been looking at is this idea of having laws in place. But the concern is that most African countries, though they might have laws in place to deal with terrorism, most have not been operationalized. So members have been urged to ensure that these laws that have been enacted, at least they ensure that they are operational. Ian?